fun, and you're kind of sad to see this is coming down to a close. The good news is we have NA action for you happening tomorrow. So stick around, keep a close eye on Juke, keep a close eye on Twitters for Elite Esports. Everything will be tweeted on there, so you do not miss a beat.
Well said there, Doug. With that, we're on to Split. Everyone's favorite map, Skyfoxes NIP battling out for the title of Elite Esports Invitational, as Yasin and Zypan kicking things off with the blast. 2 kills knocking on things through. And then Yasin dropping Gene the bomb buddy. Oh, Gene almost finds one there. Paint shells coming on through, and the room getting repainted there. Nicola's face getting rearranged as well. Only 2 members still left alive for Foxes, but they do find the bomb as Latex coming around the corner, catching out Tenor.
Yeah, Latex playing that heaven angle that can be so oppressive, so difficult to deal with. Obviously not a smothering if you're rocking the Sheriff, but still a powerful position to be from nonetheless. And he puts that on display by giving Yasin the business. Bonker trades it back by taking care of Latex himself, and that's going to leave Skyfoxes in a 1v2.
Yeah, I don't think they recognize he is Heaven. Now they know he's Heaven. Oh boy. He's on the scaffolding. You got to move quickly. And Leo, we've seen him make some big plays, not quite able to on round 1. Big win for the attackers here, NIP.
Yeah, and look, given how that last map went, this is what I want to see out of NIP. I need a strong start out of them. They've shown that they can respond to an early lead by Skyfoxes and make a map out of it, but don't force yourself into that situation, right? Like, ideally, you don't find yourself down 6-7 rounds and you don't have to put together this heroic comeback. If they can get a good early start, which we haven't seen any team do against Skyfoxes, there's no telling how the map goes. Looks like it's going to be a delayed push, potentially towards A. 2 members of NIP are starting to funnel in, while there are 3 members of Skyfoxes that are hanging around playing defensively. Rhyme, one of the 2, who has been heroic, and that's quite the understatement, many a time here on this broadcast. But so far, it's still a delayed push. It doesn't look like NIP is willing to commit to A quite yet. And of course, as I say that, the Cypher is going to pick up the spike and look like go back to B.
Yeah, I think when you're on the attacker side here, you're pretty flexible as long as you haven't committed too far. But once you commit too far, then you gotta go somewhere on A or you gotta go on that side. Otherwise, you're gonna get caught out on these rotations. Meadow getting taken down by Zypan to kick things off here, so Foxes already losing 1.
Make that 2 as Nicola drops as well. NIP with a strong start, which is what we needed to see. Make that 3, 4, and they're dropping left and right. Latex is able to trade one out, but at this point, it's a 1v4. Sorry, a 2v5. Numbers are real hard. Sorry, I'm done. I'm done as the round is done. Skyfox is putting one up.
Numbers are hard. Math is hard. There we go. First 2 rounds, as expected, go to the way of NIP. And they're playing a little bit more of a slow, conservative push here. You're just so used to seeing someone sit B with Cypher and just hold the site by himself. So you've got to work, you got to finesse it a little bit. You can't just run right on in, otherwise you're going to step on all these traps. And you know, A side normally stacked up with a little bit more pressure. Latex through the smoke, picking up a kill here. Shadowwell's getting another one, so Skyfox is boating a little bit better when they had rifles in their hands. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, and NIP here down 2. The spike has been picked up, but you know, like you were saying, Digon, you can't really, you've got to finesse your way into B, and it's significantly harder to finesse when you don't have as many people to finesse with. Wall's going to go up, and they're going to be forced to try to shoot through that. But But you know, really, if nothing else, that's just buying time, right? Like the spike is still kind of hovering around. We're down to 45 seconds. The more options you're able to take away from the offensive side, the more you force them to hesitate and think, well, crap, where do we go? We don't really have any choice. The more favorable the round's going to go.
Yeah, big slow here. Tenor forced to wait. Gonna peek around the corner. Oh, second slow coming out, and just everything getting stunted right now.
And it's just buying time, right? Like we're down to 20 seconds, and they're no closer to planning the spike anywhere than they were 25 seconds ago. Nicola with the 3-piece to remove the clock in situations like that. When you get the slays, it doesn't matter. A 2-1 lead still in favor of NIP, but a big 3-piece for Nicola.
Yeah, Skyfoxes making him work for it. Gets the kill, gets the reset. And so you feel a little bit better. And now, big round here for NIP. Their wins haven't been fully clean, and the way that economy looks, not so great. Again, I think only one player above 1,000 credits. So if they lose this one, they're going to be chunked.
I'm rocking the op. Not able to connect. Not yet. Anyway, as you guys have seen, if you've been with us through most of the broadcast, you'll know Rhyme doesn't miss often. And if he misses once, it's very unlikely that he misses twice. We'll keep a close eye on him and what he's able to do with that op. Yasin as well, a force to be reckoned with. It looks like they're going to snag a spike and rotate their way back onto A. And, you know, it's interesting, D-Gun. We've seen this across the board, right? The entire tournament. They're all very delayed pushes, right? It's rare that we see a concerted 5-stack or something like that. It's very, let's find a pick and then make a move. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, I think when you're at this level and you trust your ability to get a pick, that's good. I think when you're bad in bronze, you hold W and stick together and just outnumber them. So I like the fact that NIP is sticking to that, playing a little bit slower across the map and then consolidating. Until that isn't the case and Skyfoxes realizes, oh, that's what we're doing, and then they start pushing NIP and getting caught, then stick to that plan. NIP can continue to play this way until they get punished. Oh, but here comes the orbital strike, able to get away. They're safe, and here comes the push on through. It's going to be a very busy time here for the lonely man. Shadowlul is able to get one on the side. Goes for the second one, picks up Ron, goes for the third one, almost gets it. But did enough. The plant stunted, and Shadowlul's coming up big here for NIP. Or for Skyfoxes, sorry. Confused.
Yeah, math is hard, colors are hard, it's all hard. Right now. But look, like Shadowlul's had the opportunity. You said it best. It was going to be a very busy time. He managed to get 2 and honestly was teed up for 3 and 4, but just not able to convert. That narrowly going one way, and that's going to bring us tied up 2-2 here in this game 3 grand finals. This is, folks, this is the last map that we're going to see this tournament. There is no second chance. There is no prolonging to the series. This is where it will be settled. This is where it all goes down. And that's going to require the best out of both of these squads.
I will say that I don't want to see more rounds like that out of NIP where they let the timer tick all the way down and had the opportunity to plant because they didn't push with 30 seconds instead of 15. You know, we saw a lot of that in their original game against in the semifinals, and so you want to make sure they continue to push and be aggressive.
Yeah, you've seen getting one there with the showstopper, which is always an optimal situation. It looks like the site has been taken over on A. 3 members of Skyfoxes on the other side of the map. At this point, I wonder if they even attempt to take it back. Yeah, it doesn't look like they want that heat at all.
Yep. Out-rotated, one big ult here, and you see the power of Raze, which is why Raze gets played the most here on Split so far in our tournament. The showstopper just basically clearing up mid and gives the round win to NIP.
And you know, Digon, again, this has been so different from the last two maps, right? The last two times we've seen these guys play, Skyfoxes jumps out to a very early lead, and then either NIP claws their way back in, or they don't, right? And that's what led to the overtime match, and then that's what led to the 13-2, I believe, or 13-3. And this is a very different circumstance. This is a very different situation. It's NIP who finds themselves with a slight but early lead nonetheless, and this has gone back and forth early on.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want anything less here in this finals, because both these teams have just been bang even throughout their gameplay. I think both teams are capable of these pop-off plays and with different strategies. I do think that NIP gets a little bit too cute on their attack strategies, but Skyfoxes, they're more than willing to make adaptations to adjust for teams. As Meadow now spots out one into the garage. Doesn't see the second, but he's going to find out very quickly as soon as he peeks.
Tenor looking to see if he can catch anyone across this mid spot, and nothing doing quite yet, but there are two players on both corners out of Skyfoxes. There's no easy way to get through mid here. You're either going to have to go through them or go around, but nothing is easy. Everything is earned. The Rolling Thunder comes out onto mid, and that's going to give them the ability to push out onto B. Rhyme's able to take one.
A nice little trade. Rhyme still peeking up top. Second, Rolling Thunder coming on through. Oh, Rhyme barely able to dodge it out, but the perfect timing here as Shadow, Leo, and then Shadow yet again cleaning things up. Only one member remaining. Might be that op saving time. Maybe not, though.
Oh, at this point, 13 seconds left.
Oh, no.
You got to get out of there.
Nice little Shadow shrouded step to the side there by Rhyme, but not enough. Shadow picking that one up and taking money straight out of his hands.
And we're tied up 3-3 here again. Like a perfect representation, an example of how we've gotten to this point. These two squads just so well matched. I mentioned this earlier, but it really is like two heavyweight boxers going 15 rounds, just trading blows. Left and right, and right now this is as tied up as it possibly can be. And
those were 2 rounds back to back. 2 rounds ago, NIP winning it off of Raze's ult. This round, winning it off of Breach's ult for Skyfoxes.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about when gunplay is close to similar, how will the abilities work on through? Well, these ultimate abilities are having a huge impact on setting up their teammates and picking up wins.
I mean, it's been the difference maker, right? And they've been ultimates, but they have been that. They've been the difference maker. And now, if you're Skyfoxes, you don't have any ults, right? Like you wonder how. I don't want to call it a crutch because it's you're using what's being given to you, but can they win a close round without some of that at their disposal?
Right. Bit of cheeky play here. Bonkar on the opposite side of ropes should be clearing this one in just a second. Shadow Lulz with the op, died up top, and Bonkar gonna turn the corner and snap right onto the head. Latex getting taken down. One member close, but not gonna prevent the spike being planted. NIP looking to take the lead here.
And it's going to be 3-on-5. Make that a 3-on-4. Nicholas making it interesting. Leo deads. It looks like they don't. And I like this. I don't want them to punt whenever they have a numbers disadvantage. I think if you have the chance to make a play, do it. But of course, as I say that, Leo dead starts to rotate out, and it looks like they're just going to save.
Another full save coming out by Skyfoxes. Not worth the attempt. 4v3 with slows, with smokes, trying to work your way back on through A. They're putting a lot of pressure on Latex and Shadow to do a lot. That it's like, hey, to meet the parameters, to try and retake. We need you to kill 2, maybe 3. Also chunk the other one. Make sure they burn all their utility. That's kind of what it feels like right now.
And those are tall orders to fill, man. Like, especially, yeah, maybe once, but to do so consistently is insanely difficult. And again, you know, I know you and I mentioned this some, but it's also worth noting the caliber at which we're playing here, right? Like, when you add high skill players, all of that becomes insanely more difficult. Yasin looks like he's pushing towards mid, and it looks like it's going to be another slow spike push. You see the spike is down over by A. Nobody's rocking it right now. Yasin's able to get one.
He's been entry fragging pretty well throughout the day. Nicola gets the revive. They try to shoot on through it, but Nicola able to trade out 1 for 1. Leo getting the showstopper down onto Rhyme. Tenor goes down as well. 2 members remaining for NIP, but Bonkar looks the right way, gets one. Zypan falls, so it's just Bonkar left up with the spike.
You know, the thing about these slower starts to these rounds is that it builds up the tension, right? And everything just kind of pops. Chaos ensues as kills drop left and right. And that's been the case, right? It's slow early on, and then everything goes nuts. And we're left with the Wake, and at least the Wake for now is NIP at a severe agent disadvantage. Bonker, the last player, rocking the spike. He's at least got that going for him. And it looks like there's only one player even close enough to making a play. Now you see the rotation on the minimap as members of Skyfoxes have heard him, and they're starting to collapse. The clock is ticking down to 10 seconds left. He's going to get spotted. Meadow's going to get the kill. Cypher on Cypher, and Meadow proven to be the better one in that instance.
Yeah, Meadow has been, I think, most of the day. Meadow's had some good plays here. Bonkars, actually, both of them have had some great plays. So 4-4, tied back on up. And I think if you're Skyfoxes, you're a little concerned here because I imagine there's a little bit more defensive-sided map here. We've seen it be defensive-sided map, but NIP have found ways to rough out some wins. Straight off the bat here. Garage looking to be the play. Cypher has been chilling by himself for a while.
This is rare, but look, you know, if you look on your minimap, you see there are 2 members of Skyfoxes hanging out in heaven. So there is a committee waiting for them. Leo Deads gets 1. And I think you kind of have to at this point. You see NIP is starting to rotate out, or at least delay. Breaking into B is just so insanely difficult when there's a team set up already there.
Yeah, it's definitely no fun. Cypher already makes it not very fun. You don't know the multitude of places where you can put the tripwire, as well as the fact that you got the cage, the camera, so it's kind of telegraphed. It's just a lot to go through. And so the rotation back to A, I like this play a little bit more here. They will have to deal with probably an op. Yep, there's Shadow and his op all the way in the back of CT and CT screens.
It's about to get a chance to make a play. Oh, he's going to get shadowed out naturally as soon as you were to walk into a crosshair. But good night, you walk into that, you're going to get your face taken off. As Shadow gets 1, not able to get the second.
Yeah, not able to get the second, but buys enough time for Latex to rotate on through. Shadow picks up Bonkar. No one left to plant the spike. And NIP take a little bit too long on that rotation. Skyfoxes sniff it out, and Shadows with some big plays.
You know, back to the conversation around taking B. I think B is doable if you've got people pushing through mid to take heaven control. If you don't have heaven control, which is what we saw on that last push out of NIP, it's almost impossible. They didn't send anyone up to heaven through mid. They just funneled everyone in through garage, and that's just such an insanely difficult take. On the flip side, if you're going towards A, which looks like that's the play for now. Cypher, his ability to hold a site by himself allows a lot more resources to be at least cheated, maybe not necessarily entirely invested, but cheated back over that way as Latex gets the opening frag.
And multiple members cross here. Shadows saw nothing, literally nothing. And so Latex gets 1 into 2. 2 more up top. I don't think he knows when he turns the corner he's going to get a surprise. Not a bad smoke. Latex repositions and catches him out. Oh, that's what I've been talking about here with players when they're not having their best game. You're not taking the same fight over and over again. You saw how Latex made that fight on his own terms, both with the smoke and then standing on top of the box. Those are the small little wrinkles you need to do and why he finds himself top fragging now.
Oh, and it was like watching a train wreck happen, right? Like Latex is sitting there, he's got his reticle fixed right where it needs to be, and they're just people walking into their deaths. Essentially, just really well played there out of Latex. It's been a strong performance out of Skyfoxes so far. You see the showstopper not connecting on anything again. Shadowwells once again looking over there. 5 people walk by, and excuse me, 4 walk by. Without him knowing, none the wiser. Once again, Latex in a position to make play.
Yeah, Latex tried to make the play, gets taken down, and now Shadow Lul's on site. He's taking care of business on this save round for NIP. 2 people have died though, so NIP trying to take a chunk out of Skyfox's economy. Won't be able to, and Bunkar going to turn this corner and meet Mr. Jade, Mrs. Jade, Mr. Nicola. Nicola, pop up, able to get him, shoots him in the kneecaps a couple times. Good round win for Skyfoxes. Rifle off 3 in a row here, 4 in a row here. Final round on the first half.
And you know, it'll be interesting. The gap, the lead for Skyfoxes coming in a bit later than what we've grown accustomed to, but still a lead nonetheless for Skyfoxes. And NIP once again finds himself staring up, trying to erase a deficit. And I don't know that we've seen in any instance, and correct me if I'm wrong, Digon, but I don't think we've seen an instance in which Skyfoxes find themselves behind a considerable amount.
No, not yet. I do like the fact that they are looking to be on the defensive side and gaining points here. Rymel almost catches it out, but doesn't check the corner. And Leo, with the help of Gene the Roomba, picks up Rhyme right in the back. 3 members remaining of NIP.
We stand Gene in this house, and NIP down 2 members. Skyfoxes once again in control. That seems like that has been a very prevalent theme the last couple of rounds. Skyfox is getting some early picks. Skyfox is finding map control, and you know, defender advantage. Yes, 1000%.
Off your feet!
But you've got to feel good if you're Skyfoxes. The orbital strike and the rolling thunder, and really nothing doing. Now here comes the showstopper out of Leo dead.
Yeah, not sure where that was shot at the area where Zypan was, and it's a 4-0 victory there. 5 wins in a row for Skyfoxes. They're looking good heading on over to the second half. They got to NIP's magical number 8. Now NIP need to do the same here. Get to 8. Well, 9 to win, but 8 is a good start.
All right, now, given this, Digon, given the first half that we've seen, given this entire series, are you still thinking Skyfoxes?
Oh, yeah. Give me those 8 rounds. I'd rather be in the driver's seat, especially because they did their part. They did their part, won the 8 rounds on defense. If you're able to crack through here early and get yourself this pistol round win, it'll be huge. And numbers advantage saying, looking pretty good. It's going to be a slow rotation from those guys coming from B before they can rotate on in.
Yeah, Leo Dead's getting CC'd up pretty heavily here. Gene is going to go out on an endeavor to try to get a kill. Yassine gets 2. Latex trades one's back, and guys, bodies are dropping left and right all over the map. Bonker gets 1 as well, and it's down to 1v3 in favor of NIP.
Yeah, Skyfoxes weren't quite able to shoot on up into heaven the way that they wanted to. It's planted. Oh, Latex straight to the head. But there it is. Tenor showing up right on time. And NIP, they win the all-important pistol round. They're going to go on up and lead the way in terms of credits as we move into this final second half.
Let's see if we can take a very quick look at the scoreboard. Thank you so much. A 13-9 out of Latex. Again, man, if it's not Shadow Lulz, it's Meadow. If it's not Meadow, it's Latex. If it, like, it's just been success by committee. But for both of these squads, really, they're these are 2 very evenly matched teams.
Second pistol round, not very fun for the team that lost it, so Skyfoxes look like they're going to play this one a little bit slower. Zypan hanging out, playing the position I normally play, close on up, down A short. And it does look like it'll be an A play here by the Foxes. They're congregating. And we'll push through the smokes towards ramp. Do have a clear path as well as Shadow Lulz leading the way here. First knock open by Zypan. Zypan looking for more, shooting through the shadow. Not quite able to get anything. Oh.
Shadows traveling.
I'm pushing on through. Zypan still waiting, and Rhyme able to get one onto Latex. Zypan cleaning one up through the smoke. That should be all she wrote. Spike carrier down, only 1 left. Cough on him and he dies. Shadow goes down, and NIP win their second round in a row.
And you know, you're starting to see NIP with the shift, right? The tides are starting to turn and you can feel it. Skyfoxes, they're still at a position where they can invest, right? But if this, I mean, take a look at the economy on your screen right now. If this round goes wrong for Skyfoxes, they're in serious trouble. Skyfoxes needs to get a win here to make the investment worthwhile as they all force bot.
Yeah.
We'll see whether or not that's the case.
Rhyme going for the early pick down mid, and then switching off and going over to A main. I like this play, so that he's maximizing his opportunities to get a pick while keeping himself safe and unpredictable, so that Skyfoxes just can't utility him out. So just kind of playing the slow waiting game. Skyfoxes, multiple people in this mid spot. We do have Breach hanging out towards A, now rotating away towards A. So pretty much a clear call that we're going to B with 40 seconds left to make the rotation.
Yeah, and you know, I know we've talked about this some, but that's the one qualm I have with these delayed pushes is you force yourself into less than, generally speaking, you force yourself into less than advantageous situations because the clock is running against you. Leo Deads gets one, a nice clean snap onto Yassine's dome. The tripwire is going to be activated. The op flies through heaven, but not able to connect on anything as Tenor goes down as well. 10 seconds left.
Should be able to get this one down nice and clean. Rhyme get a little too cute. Dashes forward right into Meadow. Right into somebody. And so pick up there for the Foxes is now NIP trying to work their way onto a retake 2v4.
A difficult circumstance given the numbers and a difficult site to retake on as well. Looks like both players are going to be moving in if they opt to try to retake. It looks like it's going to be happening over from heaven. They get one, they get two, and Meadow's able to trade it out. That's going to leave a 1v2. Yes. Unable to get the site back. The attackers take the round, and again, Skyfoxes, they needed that win.
Yeah, they did. You touched on it. It was an investment, an expensive investment. They will be able to partially buy here. I think Rhyme is the one that's a bit short. What is he going to do? Going to go with the Stinger, sting him, and then Phantoms. This is the go for broke round here for Skyfoxes. No one has more than 600 credits after this one. Going to be big.
Couple early off shots, not connecting. Rain in the chat. NIP is the master of comebacks. They got this. They're gonna have to do it, and that's a perfectly good way to start. Yassine's able to get one. Yassine, excuse me, is able to get one with the showstopper to tip the scales in their favor.
Spike was picked up back in spawn, and it's going to be a full rotation from A to B as we follow along with the Cypher Cam. Ready to tag somebody with the tracking dart. Oh, and I feel like this is so difficult to play against if you're Skyfoxes, because NIP, they've spent this whole tournament getting cute with their rotations, sometimes too cute, so you wouldn't put past them to come back to A. Can't fully sell out yet. Hellfire coming on down. NIP. Oh, it's clean for Bonkar. Skyfoxes getting absolutely mowed down right now, and it's just one left alive.
Yeah, it's just carnage. Yeah, we've talked about this on that B site. It's got to be a good setup to take it, and we've seen a couple of times now Skyfoxes tries that route and hasn't been set up for it.
Yeah, it hasn't quite worked out for them. Shadow getting pinched on out. I love the aggression being shown here by NIP. Don't give him a gun to lay on to. And now the Foxes, oh, it's a world of hurt. It's a world of hurt in terms of credits.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
Yeah, they have to, I mean, yeah, they have to full save here. Yeah, and that you full save just to have an opportunity at something for the next round, and that's even hoping that things kind of favorably go your way this round as well. And look, if you're NIP, you've got to strike here, right? They've left themselves exposed, and you've got to capitalize on this financial situation to tie this thing back up.
Rhyme, difficult shot, aim through the smoke, takes a couple of good shots at it, but wasn't quite able to land it. And Fox is using the cover, able to get the plant down on the default to kick things off.
I like how aggressively they're playing that up too, right? Like they're pushing people out of that. But of course, as I say that, Bonker gets one, he gets taken out. Rhyme gets two, and Tenor gets one as well. Members of Skyfoxes dropping like flies. And
wow.
That's, we talked about NIP needing to take advantage of the situation. Degon, they did it.
Yeah, they did. They absolutely did. Oh boy, what can you say about Skyfoxes now? Starting to run out of time, run out of rounds, run out of credit, run out of momentum here. The whole day has been like, hey, look, momentum's a real thing, and it's even happening to these highly competitive players. And we just don't have an answer yet. There's been times where it looks like there's a switch, and it turns on and off, and Skyfox is not able to locate the switch quite yet.
No, and look, they force bought here again because they don't really have a choice. They lost that last pistol round, and you do that so that you have something to buy here. But again, you buy and you bring yourselves down to, I think the most I saw was 300 credits. So you can feel Skyfoxes feels the pressure right now, the financial implications of what's happened the last couple of rounds, and this is a difficult hole to dig yourself out of.
Yep, they know it, and that's so killer. Yassine down to 10 HP, and then 90 HP coming right behind from the Sage. Latex finishes the job off here, and the opening frag for the Foxes finally coming through. Incendiary out, Stim Beacon down. Latex gonna rotate himself around. They use neutral theft and have a pretty good idea on what the odds are. 2 members on B, 2 members on A. Time to go if you're the Skyfoxes.
Rhyme's able to get Latex. And you see him flooding over onto B. There's the Rolling Thunder, and the Rolling Thunder is going to come just a little short. Not connecting onto onto anyone, excuse me, the Skyfoxes, as the spike has been planted. It's not impossible, but it's going to be a difficult take. There's one with the showstopper.
Yeah, 2 members still left alive for NIP. One going to be coming from Heaven, I believe. The other one from Garage.
Oh.
There's the push. Nice catch there by Shadow Lulz. Rhyme goes down. 1 member remaining. Shadow Lulz looking around, and Zypan putting in some work here.
Yeah, but the clock is ticking.
Yeah, good win there, but I think Skyfoxes loses their op. Yeah, you'll take that if you're NIP.
Yep.
Because you don't get a ton of money there. And look at the economy. It's almost like they lost. They cannot buy full armor and op. No one can buy full armor and a Vandal. Oh, that is unlucky if you're a Skyfoxes fan. Good you win the round, but your team literally gutted after that one.
Yeah, it's like a false sense of security almost. With that round win, yeah, you're a step closer to putting this thing away, but
no charges.
It's very likely that you lose this round and potentially the next one. But it looks like it's going to be a very hard push on A. The Rolling Thunder is going to come out, and you see him flooding onto the site as they go in. Rhyme missing one narrowly as Latex is able to get Zypan.
Yeah, Zypan was in a perfect spot for success. He was not hit by the Rolling Thunder. Hidden, tucked away in the corner on site, as he's done multiple times. Wasn't able to get anything going there. And so Skyfoxes on this 4-spy round without optimal rifles, looking pretty good here.
Yassine, excuse me, able to get one. And Tender's able to get one as well. Skyfox is dropping. This is disaster for Skyfoxes.
Yeah. It's not over yet, though. Tanner has not gone down. Yassine being forced forward onto the bomb. He has to hold it. Get shot through. Forced off the spike. And Meadow will die. Dang, again. Rifles dropped. Rifles dropped is so killer. And you look at the score yet again. They've got to do it all over again and buy back. Leo has some extra credit, so if someone wants to roll with an op, they can. Nope, Leo's going to go ahead and call his own number, buy the Phantom in full armor, and the credits here are incredible after every round, since all the players keep dying. No one's able to keep and stack up on their credit right now.
And how sustainable is this, right? Like, we've seen Skyfoxes, that's twice now that they have to force buy, and it's not even a great buy, but they don't really have a choice, and they manage to win when on paper they probably shouldn't. But they're, like you said, they're dropping all their weapons because they die at the end anyway. This is not a sustainable approach.
I mean, just keep winning. Just keep winning these rounds, and it's pretty sustainable there. 2 more left. The Skyfox is in touching distance of the finals here, as Gene the Roomba gets absolutely destroyed before he can turn the corner. And Zypan, speaking of turning the corner, peeks, gets one. Nicholas steps on up to make sure Zypan doesn't push on through. And NIP running out of members, but Zypan is doing his best. Using Rolling Thunder, should be able to get a concussion. Nicola gets caught out, and it's 4 for Zypan. Only 1 left alive. It's Raze. Oh boy, or 2 left alive. Raze and Cypher, because they used the resurrection. That was confusing. So ace still possible, and maybe our first ace plus, mega ace, hex ace, hexa kill. I don't know what we're going to call it
Haze?
yet.
We'll go
Haze?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. Chad, you can help us out. You can help us out with this one as Meadow gets this spike down. Ace gone. Hex ace gone. Oh, ace gone too.
Meadow taking care of Zypan.
Yeah, taking care of Zypan, but NIP with the numbers advantage. Zypan stuck. Should be a kill here. Yeah. And so the spike defused. Oh, and Tenor picking up Meadow as well.
9-11. NIP refusing to go quietly into the night as they rage their way through the third map here. And it hasn't been pretty, right? Like, let's not cut anything short here. It's been scrappy, really, from both of these squads that have gotten us to this point. But the scrap, at least for now, has been stronger out of Skyfoxes. NIP, however, they're making things happen, right? Like that round win there, the fact that they've kept Skyfoxes at a pretty terrible economical situation for as long as they have is a victory in and of itself. And Yasin winning matches, winning gunfights like that certainly helps. Roomba's able to get one as Meadow goes down. Tenor's able to get one as well. And that's down. We blink and we're down to 2 members left on the side of Skyfoxes as carnage reigns in the middle of the map.
Yeah, I don't mind it too much here. It's a save round here for Skyfoxes. They might have bought a slightly upgraded pistol, so any kills would be good. Oh, now they know that Leo's over there. Tenor trying to see if he can jump peek it. That's one of the cool things you can do in that area. Mailboxes, maybe. And look and do it one more time, maybe. Wall's about to break. And they back off, play it a little bit safer.
Yeah, Leo's in a 1v4 here. I don't know that I like this. Why challenge that?
He didn't have much. He had his pistol. I think any other place, he's at a long distance disadvantage, right? If you go towards A, you're losing out on ramp. If you go towards B, you're losing out in garage. That's as close as he's going to get towards someone with the pistol. So, unfortunately, no kill there for Skyfoxes, but now they have the opportunity to buy. You saw the credits on the board there. This is going to be big. If Foxes lose this one, I don't know if they're going to be able to full buy the next round or if they're going to try to have to save, win round 24, and then play for overtime. Early ult, nothing there. Oh, boy. I don't know about that one from the Foxes.
No, and, it's unfortunate. We talk about how their options, their resources are limited. You can't afford to be wasting something like a showstopper in a situation like that. It falls harmlessly to the ground without taking anyone with it. And again, we see the slower spread out at the 50-yard line. Let's wait until we see if we can get a pick and then make a play out of Skyfoxes. And honestly, NIP is very okay with that.
Yeah, NIP hanging around for a little bit here. As Nikola gonna hold mid as well. It's gonna be close here. As now we're down to 40 seconds. Spike is on the B side of the map. And Skyfoxes are gonna have to rotate all the way through their own side. And it's Latex and Leo, the L's, trying to get a dub, rotating to A. They're going to force this one very closely.
Shadow, looking to see if you can pick anyone.
Oh, concussed, but Rhyme. Hey,
Rhyme
that's
just
not bad.
No, Rhyme just picking them apart. Yasin is able to get one as well with 6 seconds left to go. There's not a lot of time. Shadow's able to pick one off, but the spike has been planted. It's a 1v2. Heavily in favor of Skyfoxes right now. You said it, Digon. They need to win this round, or else, again, they'll be broke.
Oh, Leo gets another ult. Oh, it was traded ults. Okay, so Leo has his ult, whips that one there. The Bonkar, oh, nice little juke away from the side, and Bonkar, it's going to be scary. Pros don't fake, so he's doing it. The second one coming, he pushes through, and Bonkar coming up huge here. That's the play of the tournament so far. They tie it up 11-11, all on the back of Bonkar in a 1v2.
And Skyfoxes is left in financial shambles. How do they recover from something like that? Bonkar single-handedly turning this map, turning this series.
Oh my gosh, we were worried here on map 2 in Haven. NIP got ran over. Like, let's just say it. They got ran over by the Foxes after pushing round 1 all the way to the limit. Here in round 3, the final round in our best of 3, Skyfoxes NIP 1-1, and there's been amazing plays over and over again by both teams, but none bigger than that one by Bonkar. Oh, look at the push here though by Leo.
Leo getting up close and personal. Zypan's able to get 2 on the other side as well, and it looks like the spike is gonna go down. It's a 4v2 in favor of NIP, and you know, you wonder just how long can they keep this up. Yeah, the spike is down, and yeah, we've seen heroic plays, but this is a difficult situation if you're Skyfoxes.
Oh boy. I would have liked it a little more if Foxes didn't just completely send it right into heaven. Yassine picking up Leo, and Latex now, is it time for his hero moment where he's going 1v2, drops the orbital strike down, gets caught up, now he's in it himself, takes damage, and Tenor picks up the kill. NIP on the precipice of being crowned champions here at the tournament. This is nutty. The Elite Esports Rivalry Bowl. So close in the hands of NIP. And they had to do it the hard way through the losers bracket. A bajillion and a half games, and now they're just 1 round away from getting themselves victory.
And take a look at the economy. Do you got look at what Skyfoxes is forced to use here, facing tournament elimination? Like, this is as do or die as it possibly gets, and quite frankly, they don't have the money, right, to make a more of an even fight out of this here. And as I say that, we take a look at Latex. Latex is rocking the Sheriff, right? We've seen the Sheriff be very formidable, but I mean, up against something like a Vandal or a Phantom, that's just a tall order.
Yeah, well, shoot him in the face. That's the plan. Here we go. The peaks back and forth. I think Latex already had his chance here. I wouldn't try to do it again. Oh, he's gonna do it again. He's so ballsy. Shots back at him. He did get dinked just a little bit. You saw his armor there. Getting chunked. Rhyme. Blind firing on through.
Smoke's down.
Latex will drop a smoke. See what they can get here. And mid gets slowed. There hasn't been a clear indication which way the Foxes are going, but NIP puts up the wall mid anyways.
Well, and the truth is, I don't know that the Foxes know where they want to go either way here, and they're being funneled as they get some of their options taken away. But look, if you're NIP, you're just so close. You see the flood. It looks like it's going to be a flood out onto B. The Rolling Thunder comes out and it's going to knock up quite a few players here, and it's got to delay that push. Yassine is able to get one. Nicholas is able to trade it back. Tenor on the holy cow!
Shadowwell's got to go get the spike. He's got it, and from behind, Zypan comes through and closes it out. NIP! What a comeback here by the squad. The whole tournament has been a